Hi, everyone. Happy Wellness Wednesday. My name is Katrina Potter, and this week on Wellness Wednesday, I'm going to go over metabolic health and share with you some daily routines that you can add in to support your body's metabolic process. Now, my biggest focus when it comes to our health is to raise the energy of our body and raise the energy of how we feel and just support our body's vibrance. And so we can feel like we have lots of energy rather than feeling really sluggish. For me, making this shift changed how it just changed my relationship with my body to feel more in alignment with nourishing my body rather than, like I was talking about on Monday, punishing it or having to do things because I had to do it. It became more about, I just really want to nourish my body to keep raising the energy in my body. So I'm coming to you with today's topic with that in mind. And the other thing that I think is really important is to have really easy, small, tangible things that take 2 seconds that we can add into what we're already doing to support our body. So I'm going to share with you those things. Now, for those of you that don't know me, I'm a certified integrative holistic life coach, an emotion code practitioner, and essential oil specialist with doTERRA. And my focus and my passion is on the emotional support, emotional breakthroughs, emotional release work. And also, I think that goes hand in hand with how we feel physically in our body, which is why I love this concept of Mindset Mondays and Wellness Wednesdays. So my focus and intention for today is to share with you some things that you can add into your to your daily routine to support your metabolic health. Now, before I share with you the things that you can add in, I want to share how I perceive and understand our metabolic process. So I think of it as the foundation. Everything else builds upon that. And so for me, coming from a place from previously having all sorts of hormonal imbalances, I now understand how important it is for me to stay focused and pay attention to my metabolic health because it's the foundation for things. So I've mentioned before, lifelong vitality. I think everyone can benefit from lifelong vitality. That's the supplement that doTERRA created. It's a 3-part system. So it's your whole food supplement, it's omegas, and it's alpha CRS. So I think that is the added foundation as far as our daily routines. But when it comes to our metabolic health, what I understand now is that our metabolism is responsible for all of these other things. And our metabolism is one of those things that we take for granted, I think. And so what I now understand is 2 parts. When we reach the age of 30, our body stops naturally producing something called NAD, which is what we need to keep our cells healthy and vibrant. So that's one thing. And then the other thing with our metabolism is every time we eat foods that have more sugar in them, or our body perceives it as sugar, it spikes our blood sugar. And when we have these spikes, our cells age. So we have 2 reasons why our cells are aging. So let's go back to NAD plus. NAD, when that's no longer naturally being produced in the body, contributes to cellular aging. What they're finding now is that when we take an NMN supplement and we bring that into our body can convert that. And so we are able to slow down or reverse the cellular aging process. So taking an NMN supplement is huge for supporting our metabolism. I have 2 little kids, and when I started taking NMN, I noticed that I felt similar to how I felt in my body prior to having kids, which was such a cool, I think as a mom, I didn't realize how different I felt because it was a slow progression. And then I started taking this and all of a sudden I'm like, oh my goodness, I feel so much different. So that's an NMN supplement. And I'll share with you the one that doTERRA has that I take that I love. So that's the NMN. Okay. Now the other part to that is these blood sugar spikes that I was talking about. So there's things that we can do to reduce those blood sugar spikes. Berberine extract, mulberry leaf extract. These are things that we can take into our body to reduce that blood sugar spike. There's also a really interesting book called The Glucose Goddess, and she talks about just rearranging the way that you eat your foods to reduce your blood sugar spikes. There's some people that get like a blood sugar monitor so they can really track it and be aware. But that mulberry leaf and berberine those are two great ways that you can just reduce that blood sugar spike. So there's two different parts. Now I'm going to get into the daily routines. And I mentioned I take Lifelong Vitality. I get a pill container. I have that already spaced out. So it's a grab and go system. And then I take, they have MetaPWR Assist. That is the mulberry leaf and the berberine. And that just is something that you would take right before your biggest meal. And that will help with those spikes. So that's the MetaPWR Assist. Now, the doTERRA I mentioned also has the NMN and collagen supplement. And so this, I take it in the morning. I just have my pill container and then I add this, it's just powder. You add it to your water. This has collagen and the NMN. Now, I didn't talk about collagen. Typically, when we buy collagen over the counter, we get 1 or 2 types of collagen. There are 12 that are out there. This one has 9. So you're getting all of the support for eyes, for hair, for eyelashes, for skin, blah, 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 joints. So that's awesome. Again, pour it right in my water, drink that and have my supplements. And then the third thing, which I haven't even talked about this, but there's a blend of oils called MetaPWR that doTERRA has. And the blend is specifically designed to help with those blood sugar spikes, but also to, if you think about your cells that have the fat in there as a balloon that's inflated, it helps to deflate the balloon. So I take these and I put them right in with my Lifelong Vitality. So I take 2 in the morning and 2 at night. Everybody has different ways that they like to take it, but that's what works best for me. So I again, the Lifelong Vitality with the soft gels, I take those morning and night. In the morning, I also take this powder. And then right before the biggest meal, so for me, it's typically dinner, I take that Assist to help with the spikes. So that gives you support in those cellular aging processes, also with the blood sugar spikes, and just really helps out with that. Now on Monday, I mentioned the ways that we emotionally can shift the relationship with our body. And again, going at it from the angle of how can I nourish my body versus how can I punish my body is a very different thing. Or how can I raise the energy in my body versus I have to do this to whatever, punish my body. So that's just like changing our mindset in regards to how we focus on our body. But I think those little shifts matter a ton, and especially is how we speak to our body. So I'm going to drop the link for the MetaPWR kit in the description. If you don't have it yet and you're ready to try it, you can grab it right on there. If you already have it, I would love to hear how it's working for you and what you're loving. And so then we can keep sharing these testimonies because they're awesome, and how people are feeling is so exciting. So anyways, that is it for today. Happy Wellness Wednesday. I hope you have a great day.